Hello everyone. Welcome to Giggles History Mystery. Subscribe to Giggles for more videos. The Mughals. Part 3. King Akbar. Akbar was the third Mughal emperor. Jalal al-Din Muhammad Akbar, born in October 15, 1542, and died in October 25, 1605, in Agra. He was the greatest of the Mughal emperors of India. He reigned from 1556 to 1605 and extended Mughal power over most of the Indian subcontinent. Akbar, at the age of 13, was made governor of the Punjab region. Humayun, his father, had barely established his authority when he died in 1556. Within a few months, his governors lost several important places, including Delhi to Hemu, a Hindu minister who claimed the throne for himself. But on November 5, 1556, a Mughal force defeated Hemu at the Second Battle of Panipat, which commanded the route to Delhi, thus ensuring Akbar's succession. Akbar's rule extended over little more than Punjab and the area around Delhi. But, under the guidance of his chief minister, Bayram Khan. The process continued after Akbar forced Bayram Khan to retire in 1560 and began to govern on his own, at first still under household influences but soon as an absolute monarch. Imperial expansion. Akbar first attacked Malwa, a state of strategic and economic importance commanding the route through the Vindhya range to the plateau region of the Deccan and containing rich agricultural land. It fell to him in 1561. Toward the zealously independent Hindu Rajputs, Akbar adopted a policy of conciliation and conquest. In 1562, when Raja Bahari Mal of Amber was threatened by Akbar, he offered Akbar his daughter in marriage. Akbar accepted the offer. Akbar followed the same feudal policy toward the other Rajput chiefs. They were allowed to hold their ancestral territories, provided that they acknowledged Akbar as emperor, paid tribute, supplied troops when required, and concluded a marriage alliance with him. However, Akbar showed no mercy to those who refused to acknowledge his supremacy. When, after protracted fighting in Mewar, Akbar captured the historic fortress of Chittor in 1568, he massacred its inhabitants. The fall of Chittor prompted other Rajput Rajas to accept Akbar as emperor in 1570 and to conclude marriage alliances with him. In 1573, Akbar conquered Gujarat, an area with many ports that dominated India's trade with Western Asia, and then turned east toward Bengal. The Kashmir region was subjugated in 1586, Sindh in 1591, and Kandahar, Afghanistan, in 1595. Mughal troops now moved south of the Vindhya range into the Deccan. By 1601 Khandesh, Berar, and part of Ahmednagar had been added to Akbar's empire. Akbar's administrative reforms. Akbar's reforms required a centralized financial system, and, thus, by the side of each provincial governor, Subadar, later called Nawab, was placed a civil administrator who supervised revenue collection, prepared accounts, and reported directly to the emperor. Akbar reorganized the existing network of newswriters, whose duty it was to send regular reports of important events to the emperor. Liberal patronage was given to painters, poets, musicians, and scholars, and luxury industries flourished. Akbar also supported state workshops for the production of high-quality textiles and ornaments. Akbar maintained a luxurious and brilliant court at which elaborate ceremonies emphasized his distance from other men, though he was careful to cultivate public opinion outside court circles. Every morning at dawn he stood at an open window to be seen and reverenced by the people. Foreign observers commented on the graceful manner in which he accepted little gifts from the people and showed himself ready to hear the complaint of any man who dared to approach him. He brought the whole of the subcontinent under his control as one country, and through his tolerant and flexible policies, he tried to bring unity among the diverse people of his empire. Din-e-Ilahi. Akbar tried to create a new religion and named it as Din-e-Ilahi. It was an attempt for political unity by introducing a creed acceptable to all Hindustan. Rituals taken from different religions. But the whole new faith was rejected by both Hindus and Muslims, and since it was not forced on anyone, this religion died out with Akbar. Akbar's Nooratan or 9 jewels. Surprisingly, Akbar was not literate despite the efforts to educate him in his childhood. Yet he had a very sharp mind and keen interest in knowledge. His court was known for the scholars and other brilliant people who surrounded him and managed to inform and enlighten Akbar's curiosity and creativity. The prominent 9 jewels of his court were Abdul Fazil, Faizi, Birbal, Tansin, Mansingh, Tadarmal, Abdurrahim Khani Khanan, Fakir Izzuddin and Muladu Piazza. Akbar's last days. In 1600, Akbar's Prince Salim revolted against his father and proclaimed himself as the emperor. For the next 3 years, father and son barely spoke to each other. They were reconciled in 1604, a year before Akbar became ill and died. On his deathbed, Akbar formally declared Salim as his successor. Do you know who was the next Mughal emperor? Subscribe to Giggles for more videos.